All right, we're back. Another podcast. No Cover TV podcast. This is Big Al, your host. We got another great show for you. First, I'm just going to chat with you for a sec. Really appreciate you stopping by and checking out all the artists and the bands that have been on No Cover TV's podcast. It's really cool that we get to do it a little different than being on a TV show. I get to interview the guys and the bands and the artists a little more in depth than I would have on TV. I get to go behind the scenes, really behind the scenes, and then we get to check out a little bit of music. And then I leave it up to you to get off your butts and get to the platforms, go to their shows, wherever the radio, listen, support your local and your national music scene out there. It's very hard. Times are tough. I know times are tough for you too, but they do appreciate it when you come to their shows. Everything helps. They do it for the love of the music in their heart and to put a smile on your face. And, of course, you come out to support them, and that puts a smile on their face, all right? And maybe a couple bucks in their pocket. That's what we hope for. So if you want to get a hold of me, below this podcast, there should be a button or a link that you could push that, you can ask me a question, or you can hit maybe the support button. That can help out No Cover TV get the artists out there further. We're already hitting New Zealand and Australia, all of America. So we're getting the listeners. We got a good following and listening platform. They're all over. So get to Spotify, get to Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and all the platforms, and look up No Cover TV. And the email address is nocovertv@yahoo.com. nocovertv@yahoo.com. All right, everybody. I think I'm ready to introduce the band. I can't stop laughing. We're having a good time already. Crossing Bard is in the house. Gentlemen, how you doing?
Awesome.
Great. Doing pretty good.
So good.
They slid right in. We're having kind of a crap day in Michigan, aren't we, gentlemen?
Oh, yeah.
Little crapshoot, especially these gentlemen. Come from the Lakeshore area, I think it is. So we're in GR, the big city. So, hey, guys, don't even go there. No, don't do it. So, drummer, let's go around and introduce yourself. And I already introduced what you do, but go ahead.
Sean Polsaway, I'm the drummer for Crossing Bard.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Maycroft, I do vocals.
And Paul Koski, I do guitar and backing vocals.
And backing vocals. Okay, good deal. So this is Crossing Bard, and you're out of the Muskegon area?
Mostly. 4 out of the 5 of us now are from the Lakeshore area, and then Sean's a Grand Rapids transplant.
I was from Muskegon. Yeah. I moved out.
You came to the big city then.
Yeah.
So Crossing Bard, guys, how long you've been? You've been friends for a while. Then put this together. How'd this come together, man?
Well, I've known him since.
Yeah, me and him have known each other since. Yeah.
So we've been, close from birth.
From birth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'd hang out, and the way this all works out, right?
I want details.
I get a call from him. I'm 15, 16 years old, and he's like, "Hey, you had a drum set, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's in the basement. I haven't touched it in like a year because I don't know what I'm doing."
Well, you met.
He's like, "Bring it over to my house." Okay, so we start playing, and we do like one school show. We don't have a band name. It's like 3 or 4 guys, young kids
That had no talent.
zero skill. And, we did that, and I'm like, that was fun. End of story.
Okay.
Goes back in the basement.
I would say for a good 8, 9 years, something like that.
No, it was like 4.
Was it really?
4 or 5.
Seemed like longer.
So you brought him out of the basement 4 years later.
Yeah. And they're,
because
quality.
Because I tricked him.
Well, he goes, "Hey, these guys have a band in Rothbury, and they need something done. They
He
just
had
need a
barely
drum beat."
ever heard of Rothbury.
I'm like, okay. So he brings me out there. It's the dead of night, right? I'm from Muskegon Heights. And he's driving me into the woods.
Oh, here we go.
Deep into the
And I'm
woods.
like, yo, what's happening?
Not good.
This isn't, I'll walk. So we get there, and I meet all the guys and stuff, and they were just forming or something. I don't really know how they were getting together, but I play, the only drum beat that I know at the time. And they were like, "That's great." I'm like, "Yeah,
That's great.
So good."
You're in. You're in.
Awesome. So I'll catch you guys later. They're like, "Okay, cool. Next weekend." I'm like, "What?"
Next weekend.
Like, all right. And then I was just stuck.
You took on the challenge.
Yeah, I was like, well, I gotta go now. So then it just evolved from that. We were Artisan of Nil.
Artisan of Nil to start out.
And then
Okay.
I felt like I needed to trick somebody into the band.
Okay, so you tricked somebody now.
So I got Mark.
You got Mark.
So yeah, we worked together briefly, and our mutual friend, who actually is now our bass player,
Who I also tricked.
yeah,
This is a trickery.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
oh, yeah.
it's a
Full
running
circle.
theme.
Full circle.
but like me and Scott used to go and sing karaoke, and Sean goes with us one time. And he's like, "Hey, so you sing?" And I'm like, "Well, it's karaoke." And he's like, "Dope. There's this band that I do some drumming for, and nothing big. Just why don't you come on, just try it out. Just sing a little bit. We need some vocals." I'm like, "All right, fine." They bring me up to the middle of nowhere in Rothbury. Didn't know where anything was. I'm following behind him in a car in the dark. I have no idea what's going on. I get there. I start singing melodies as best I can, and same thing. Get down to the end. I'm like, all right, I'll catch you guys later. Great.
See you next week.
See you next week.
and we just kind of fell into it and had a lot of weird years that way. And so the
changes.
Yeah, we had Artists of Nil kind of broke apart. There were some internal issues. And so we all kind of went our separate ways. And then the three of us reformed with a couple other dudes, and we were Straight Jacket for a while.
Okay.
Which nobody could spell right.
No,
No, we can spell it.
Nope.
Right.
no.
Okay.
We spelled it like an actual straight jacket. Everyone
So
wanted
that
to
was
put
too
the
long for it,
GH.
right?
Everyone
Okay, yeah,
put
it was
the
all
GH
messed
in there.
up.
And then, of course, there's another band around this area, Skin Jacket, and we got confused so many times.
Yeah.
And it was a bad plan. But we were still kind of in the idea that we were going to play heavy metal and scream and do the whole bit. And
Well, that's when we got Guy.
yeah,
Guy, we both worked with him, and I worked with him on my side of where we worked. And he was a little older than me, not much.
Okay.
So we started talking. I didn't talk to him for like months after he started because
you're
Yeah, I
antisocial.
would say Sean doesn't like people.
So it's not that. It's that people can get annoying.
It's-
That's a difference. But he started talking to me a little bit, and then he was like, "Yeah, and I got this new guitar," and I was like, "New guitar? What do you play?" And he started telling me some stuff, and I'm like, "Okay." So he's more like a grunge scene kid,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Well, that might be cool to."
You're tricking him
to
now.
sprinkle
Yep.
in. And I was like, "Hey, man, what are you doing this Saturday?" So I got Guy in, and he just started showing up. He ended up loving it. We all meshed together.
Yep.
Wrote a lot of music. Like the 5 songs we brought today,
Songs we wrote
We
together.
had many more that we wrote with him and whatnot. And that's when we ended up becoming Crossing Bard.
Yeah.
Is when we had all them. We got my buddy Scott. We didn't have a bass player. So I was like, "Hey, dude, come to practice."
Nice.
He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you can just play bass."
He's like, I don't play bass.
I don't know how to play bass. I'm like, that's not a big deal.
It's
You're in.
bass.
You're right. You're in.
Yeah. So now he has a bass and a nice rig and stuff, and now he can play bass.
That's
So
cool.
we just trick our friends into coming and having a good time.
It was easier to teach someone who's not a dick to play bass than to teach a bassist to not be a dick. So, I mean, that was just how it worked out.
You have free information out there. Don't be a dick.
Just life goals. This time.
Yeah, this would be number one. Work on that, okay? Mark, wow, you okay? Oh, we're on you, okay? Introduce what we got here. You've been here. How many years now has it been Crossing Bard?
Crossing Bard is what, 6 years?
5-6 years.
Something like that? Sounds about right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the three of us, about 15?
16 years, something like that.
16 years. Wow. Okay, so you've been around a little bit. All right. And that means you got a few songs under your belt.
For a long time, we did a lot of cover work and stuff. Did the typical local band kind of thing. we started writing a little bit. And then when we changed our sound up, when we got Guy involved, we looked back at a lot of the songs that we had written original, and we're like, they're close, but they're not there. So we reworked a lot of them, and that's where a song like Babel is a rework of a song that we wrote as Artisan of Nil.
That was one of the first songs
14 years ago.
Yeah.
It came around.
Yeah, and it was just, we kept the drum beat, we kept a lot of like the same chord signature, but we switched it up, we changed all the vocals and made it into something.
Koski had a brain melt and decided to write every song we've tried to do that everyone can remember.
Oh my God. 3.5 pages of lists of songs in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh my
Song name and artist. Just
wow. I have a hard time remembering my songs. Wow.
I have a hard time remembering my name sometimes.
Yeah.
I can't remember our songs.
Yeah.
I'll ask on stage.
How does this one go?
Inside baseball, if you come to any one of our shows, at least twice a show, I'll introduce a song, we're ready to go, and Sean will look at someone and go, how's that start?
Give me.
Usually it's one that starts with him.
All I need to do is give me the first 2 notes, and I know what song it is. I just, my brain don't work.
Give us a little kickstart, right, guys?
Yeah. Well, and you always get a custom show because he's never played the same drum beat twice.
No.
Not once.
So it's refreshing, I guess.
Yeah, it's the level of rum that I get into is usually what determines that.
We all have our poison.
That determines the speed as well.
Whether you read a ballad, power ballad group, or you rock.
We're going to have a good time.
Or speed metal.
How fast we wanted to finish a set
Was how drunk we got him.
Yep, how fast we got Sean drunk.
Thank you very much.
We're done.
That was 5 minutes. Yeah, dude. 13 songs. Easy.
You guys sound like you're having a lot of fun over those 16 years.
Oh, yeah.
But, I don't want his sore note, but I kind of want to dedicate a little bit of this to the Guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My heart goes out to you guys and Guy's family and everything. We lost Guy a couple of years ago.
3 months ago.
A couple months ago. Okay. So, not cool, too young. And
Definitely too young.
Our prayers go out to everybody there. So, anyways, we continue on. I have that CD in my hand. When did this come out?
This would have been, 2-3 years ago? I think 3. I want to say 3 years ago.
Man, you're asking the guy that can't remember his songs.
Look at the drummer. He has no idea what's going on here.
So these songs would have been recorded about 3 years ago. And at the time, even Paul here was not part of the lineup. He had left briefly, and we went and recorded these. We actually did these tracks with Joel Ferguson, who is the bass player for the Verve Pipe. And he's got a studio out in Grand Rapids area. So we went and just knocked it out over a weekend.
There you go.
And real proud of it. And we've got probably another 10 or 12 that are close to recording.
Yeah, we do have plans to bring in more and get a full length.
An actual full length.
All right.
Yeah.
Any ETA on that for the people out there?
More of a dollar situation.
So that's where I got the beginning. Support your local band. Support.
Recording time is expensive, y'all.
Yes, it is.
Or it's going to sound like garbage.
We've been down that road too.
Yeah, hanging a microphone from the rafters in the garage. Let's just record it.
No, basement. Let's go. The acoustics are great.
Oh, my day was turn on a cassette player recorder.
Yeah,
there you go. So you got this out. How can the people get a hold of it, guys? Where are we at?
You can download it at pretty much anywhere. Spotify. You can catch us on Pandora.
Oh yeah, all of the songs are on Pandora.
Yep.
Pandora. All right, that's nice.
You pretty much anywhere where you can download music, you can find it.
Contact Mark, get a hard copy.
Yep.
Mark.
Come on to the show. We'll have them there on the little merch booth.
Merch booth, you guys.
Shirts and whatnot.
And we're working on getting some more merch going too.
Yep.
Okay, great.
It's just a huge passion project that we just want to keep going and never stop. So.
Nice. Good. So you've been doing well. How are the fans of
My mom loves it.
Yep.
Well done.
Mom's number one fan. That's right. Always mom is number one fan of everybody. So, how they receiving you guys?
Generally, we usually get a good reception.
Yeah.
I'd say there's a few, everybody has off songs, but like for the most part, everybody that does come to our shows, they seem to enjoy themselves, and
we get a lot of surprise looks from people too. Like we'll go play places, and we get up there and we don't look the part always.
We're not super well known, even though we've been around for a while. Like nobody's like, oh yeah, I know Crossing Bar. You don't.
No.
You don't know who we are.
if you do, you lying.
Yeah.
But, when we get on stage, we try to put on an actual show, and we like to,
Right.
have a good time on stage, sound good,
Exactly.
get everybody involved. And sometimes I will, wow, these guys are okay.
They're aggressively okay.
Aggressively okay.
No, a lot of times we'll get off stage and that's when you'll get like 7 or 8 people that'll come up to you right afterward and be like, holy crap, I had no idea. Like that sounds awesome. That, fantastic.
Even our friends.
Yeah, people have known us for years, and they're like,
wow.
we didn't know.
I didn't know.
It's like, I haven't invited you to shows for the last decade.
Well, this is your first
Why are you still right here?
Not a big deal. Thanks.
But no, Koski's right. I mean, we get a lot of really nice support, and a lot of good messages from people when they come out to shows. And the hardest part, and you've said it a couple of times already, the hardest part is getting people to come out and support local music and getting to, everything is so easy now. You can turn on YouTube, you can turn on Spotify, you can, whatever, and you can get anything you want at a touch.
You're not going to get
just experience,
just
interaction.
Out there, you're not going to get that live feel, that fun time. That's just like the vibe of the entire room. We've played with some crazy cool bands.
Yep. You've had several of them here.
Yes, I know.
And we all just had a blast the whole time. We're just like, wow, they're really good. And we're like, that's a really dope sound. I like that.
Yes.
Right. It's fun to be around, fun to play.
It's just really cool to have that kind of vibe in like the entire area. Everybody's having a good time. And if you listen to it on YouTube, you're like,
that's cool.
That's a song.
Yeah. Definitely. Mm-hmm. So, and I know YouTube, you have that song up there, and I'm not going to mention that song right yet. We're going to play it. We're going to surprise them with that one in a little bit. Is there any other works for more YouTube videos? I mean, it's easier nowadays because the phones allow us to do this.
Right.
There's a ton of content out of us, clips from live shows that we've put up on YouTube that are out there. All 5 of the tracks that you've got in your hand there are available on YouTube, just like the polished versions, like what would be on the CD itself. But so many stuff from like Mulligan's Pub in Grand Rapids. And
I did see some of the live shows. I like that. You guys are having fun.
Yeah. We have
Mulligan's is great.
Mulligan's I've seen you've been hitting some of the places around town, from the Mulligans to the Tip Top to Turnstiles. Any place else in GR that I can have through?
We played at Billy's.
We played at Billy's a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
We played at Rockies once.
Rockies.
Oh man.
Tell Frank hello.
We played at the Stash once or twice.
We played at the Stash a couple times.
Yeah. We played at the Intersection main stage one time, but it was a battle of the bands type deal.
That was back when we were Artisan of Nil.
Was it? No, that was Straight Jacket, because Guy was in the band.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was, because he was on Sky.
We're going to have
Are you talking about the Intersection?
Yes.
I'm talking about the Deltaplex.
Oh,
yeah.
Where things happened that prevented us from doing things right.
Yeah. I had a really good time.
He almost fell off.
The drummer always has a good time.
I didn't miss a beat that night that I remember.
We also played everything 3 times as fast.
Yep.
The drummer's getting comfortable behind the set there.
He had no back behind him, though, so if he would have gotten a little looser,
we
would have not had a drummer anymore. Because
he
would have fell about 6-7 feet.
Still been a great time.
Now, we were talking before we hit the record button. Now, you're on the lakeshore trying to perform, and a little difficulty out that way.
A little bit more difficult.
It's a bit more of a challenge. It's just a different ideology. So
different atmosphere.
Yeah. A lot of stuff on the lakeshore, they're looking for nostalgia. They want people to play a lot of covers, and they want super long sets. And quite frankly, that's just not where we are at anymore.
Mhm.
Early on, we would do the, Friday, Saturday back-to-backs, playing the
4
whole
hours
night.
each night.
Exposure.
And when you're in your 20s,
Yeah.
sure.
Let's do it.
When you're in your mid-30s,
If you're not conditioned that way the whole time.
Yeah.
Pizza rolls are crazy.
but when you think about it, like this is the part that I don't think that a lot of people understand is that it's really difficult to give your best show when you have another 3 hours of playing ahead of you, and you have to come back tomorrow and do another 4 hours.
True.
So you want to save something so that you can give a good show across the board. And so you feel like you almost have to pack the first half of each show with kind of weak material, and you don't feel like you can give it your all. Where when we perform out in like Grand Rapids and they're like, hey, come out and play an hour. Great. That means you're going to get the best jam-packed hour I can give you because I don't have to worry about what I sound like tomorrow.
True.
And so we can give so much more energy and put so much more into it and perform gutsier songs that are going to hurt.
That are going to tear up my voice.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, playing out there, I haven't booked in quite a few years and stuff like that. Things have changed. Maybe they haven't changed. You getting any money? Anything? Man, how are they paying you nowadays at the door? Or how is it working?
It depends on the venue and the crowd. There are places that pay very little, but they have great atmosphere. So you want to go play there because the stage is great, the crowd is great, and you hope that you make it in merch.
Yes.
And then there are places where you get paid pretty decent, but you don't always get the right crowd.
Right. Then nobody likes it, and they're just like, eh.
Yeah, and those are difficult shows to play because you feel like you're putting 100% in, and you have people
Play
who
to somebody's back.
Exactly. They're
Playing
sitting
for
down.
the other bands.
It's like, get up.
Or you see people that are like trying to have a conversation and they're like yelling over you, and it's like, I can just stop if you're cool.
You guys want to talk for a second? We'll stop for it.
We go out there and try to have as much fun as we can, no matter what the payday is, and
I always have a good time.
Yeah.
I try to get the whole band in on it, and I can only do so much from sitting there, but I'm freaking out.
He does. He gets
Dude.
too hype on some certain songs.
You got to let them loose once in a while. These drummers.
No, I mean, Sean has this thing. Like we used to do a cover of Ariel's "A System of a Down," and for probably a good 3 months of playing out, every time we played that song, he didn't know when enough was enough to end it. So he would cycle back.
Kept going.
Yeah.
He would cycle
and
back into the song at least twice.
You just put the guitars down and he's still going.
No, I would follow him every time, just right on through it.
That's right. It's not a one-man show.
It sounds like you might want it to be at times.
I'm like, there's only so many verses in this song, guys. I can't keep making this up.
An 80s drum solo, here we go.
It would just be a rinse and repeat to make him sing longer.
That's great, guys. So let me look at the list. I wrote a few things on there. You've got you played with quite a few of the bands, that I know and stuff like that. And I see that you did a benefit show for Ukraine with, was it Run Silent?
Yeah.
Silent.
Yeah.
Those guys are really cool, man.
They
Really
are,
good guys.
absolutely.
So that was a fun show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we played with Run Silent a few times, and they're incredible guys. They invite us out so often. They're like, "Hey, we've got an open spot somewhere. You guys want to jump on with us?" We're actually going to be playing with them in June. There's another benefit show they're running. It's a biker run on the 17th of June.
All right.
So we'll be playing with them out there. Never a complaint to hang out with Run Silent.
That's
Awesome group of
great.
dudes.
Yeah, they're cool.
And beside Run Silent, you notice with a lot of the other West Michigan artists that you're all kind of supporting each other, kind of there, and that's good, And what's nice that I like for you guys nowadays is that you have these platforms to be able to get your music out there, and it's not costing the hell of a lot of money for you right at the moment.
Right.
Because the people out there, if you don't know, costs quite a bit of money for guitars and amps and drums and sticks and things like that.
He's got the most.
The most
He wins hands down on price.
on price on the drums.
Like every hobby I have, I get yelled at a lot.
You go all out, don't you?
Well, it's
goes
not that.
full
It's
out.
because I'm bougie. And
You're bougie now, all right? I seem to remember a time when you used a garden brick to hold parts of your drum set together.
True story. True
you
story.
weld on a
We
double kicker,
brought
you know
it-
what I mean? Making it last
We
a
had
little
to
longer.
bring it
Hold it
to
up.
every show.
Well, I needed
Every
it,
show.
or else my pedal would leave.
But he also is an incredibly heavy hitter on the drum set. I've never seen someone break a cymbal.
You broke a cymbal.
Oh, broke
Man.
the hell out of it.
He cracked it and then continued to play on it to the point where it
Like,
curled up.
Still getting a nice sound out of that.
I think we auctioned it.
No.
Did we
It's not
auction it off or something?
We raffled it off.
Yeah,
at a
we
show
raffled it
once.
off.
You raffle it
I
off.
mean,
I think I've broken like 4 or 5.
You hit them hard.
At least.
it was a
Yeah.
hazard, sharp edges that just curled up, and he continued to play on it and kind of turned it into
It was a game for me.
it ended up being a China cymbal with the way it sounded.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
It wasn't great. Everything's better now. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's got better gear now. But there were some dark days.
dark days.
Keep the beat going. That's it.
Some stories I don't want to hear from you guys. Really, I got my own. So, anyways, and you were doing some stuff. You got some radio play, I see.
Yeah.
What was there? WJXQ Q106. What was that? Battle of something? What was it though?
Yeah, they ran some Battle of the Bands stuff. We were in that. We got eliminated, I think, first or second round. Though there were some really, really good bands in there. So
It was all just electronic. They would
Yeah,
play the
just
songs
submit-
and people would vote. By
Okay.
we did get
song.
invited through them. We were going to play a show out there, and it just so happened that we were already double booked for something, and
Okay.
we didn't end up getting to play that show. It was rough, but yeah, great,
Okay.
great station. They really take care of us. We've also Rock Rage Radio plays us a lot as well. They're an internet station.
Good deal.
A couple of shows there. We'll play our music. There's a couple other stations that I'm forgetting, and I apologize, but 4 or 5.
What was it? 2021 I-92.
Yep, I-92. Yep, that's one of the ones I'm forgetting.
Gotcha.
So he's pulling a drummer over here.
I do a little bit of research. I come on, guys. I gotta find some information that I know I'm bringing over to the table here. Oh, so yeah, and I appreciate everybody out there listening. Again, support your local music, Crossing Bard, all the music and the bands out there. You know, you want to hear some good music, get out there and support them. And if you hear the background music, yes, that's my puppy. Yes, we don't let her out because we got the drummer here. She only will eat the drummer. So if you're hearing howling and stuff, I'm not abusing the dog. And I got my eye on the band. I don't think they're doing anything either. So let's continue. I noticed Rocky Mountain Rage, so I've heard of that.
Yes.
What's up with that? How did they do something nice for you guys?
Kitch was fantastic. She just started doing this radio show just kind of as a hobby. She really enjoys bands and particularly band T-shirts. So she's a collector, and she she just plays bands that don't get radio airplay a lot of other places. Wants to kind of give them their big break. So she plays our stuff on regular rotation along with tons of other incredible bands. So definitely check her stuff out. But she's been an incredible supporter and is always there to help with free promotion and, hey, let us know where your shows are and when.
Beautiful.
The rough part is she's out of Colorado, so it's like we haven't had an opportunity to meet her in person, but that'll definitely would be a highlight if we ever got out that way.
So what do you think? Are you guys trying to possibly pop out of the state, do a little, maybe tri-state area, get out of here for a little?
It depends on the opportunity, really. Shocker. Being a musician, you don't make a lot of money, so we have to have day jobs.
You're right.
So getting away to do things like touring and stuff like that, especially when when you're married and have families and
Family and
that's
stuff.
tough.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where we play where and when we can. For the right opportunity, I'm sure we'd play just about anywhere, but it would have to make sense. We're kind of too old to live in a van for 3 months and travel the country.
The aches and pains are there, right? I couldn't do it, no. So, we got a song I want to listen to. Do I really want to do
yeah,
this?
you do.
All right, clear my throat, people. Oh, boy. Something, I got some effects here. We're going to go into the secret room here. And it's going to sound really cool here. You're not going to be able to hear it, but it's going to sound cool over here, okay? Because we're going to introduce this in the chamber. So let's get in the chamber, guys. We are in the chamber. All right, we are going to play a song called Countrified. Explain, gentlemen, because I looked at the spelling, and it's not spelled the way it's supposed to be.
So this actually kind of started as a joke. We were just messing around at practice, and a guy actually at the time he was playing some like bluesy kind of country sounding guitar stuff, and I don't remember who it might have been Sean actually who said something about we should play a song about bar hose, and we all just kind of got a giggle about it. And
why aren't you guys laughing? I'm the only one laughing here. Come on.
I think I got all that from his lyrics.
I haven't even written the lyrics yet, so you can't blame that on
There's
me.
some lyrics in this thing.
Some of the lyrics are rather risque.
The idea behind it was every bar has that woman that kind of hangs out. She's a regular at the bar, and
oh my God, this is my song.
yeah,
I can't believe those. That's when he decides to get loud.
Right. That's awesome.
But they hang out. They they're the everybody knows who she is, but everyone still goes and buys her a drink and hangs out, and everyone pretends like that's the first one that she's gone home with, but let's be honest, that's not true. So we decided to write about it and have a good time, and we just got so happy with the result that we're like, we're going to keep it. It's not just going to be a fun practice song. We're going to actually record it.
So they recorded it. It is on the CD, and we're going to take a sample of it. I'm not going to play it all the way through, guys, because it's rated R. So let's check it out here, and let's see if we can get through it. Guys, you're not going to hear it, but they will. All
Make your loot by knocking boots with every dick in town. They ain't your first when you quench your thirst with the Agger bomb. Every keep it tongue-in-cheek like you never met. Numbers on the wall for a good time call, but settle up your debt. You're no little angel, but you got your mama's eyes. You ain't the county cutie, little darling, you've been simply countrified.
Oh, hello. Hello. How you guys doing? Oh, okay, they just got countrified. It was the last word they heard, all right? I love the accompaniment. Very good. Very nice. And you really dug deep for those out there, didn't you? That is a cool song, man. Nice edge to it. I like that. I really do. That's real cool. And you got 4 other songs on there. Let's name those other 4 songs. What do we got here? We got Raise a Glass.
Yeah,
Raise a Glass. All right. We've got Babel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask about some of these. And the third one you can say, because I can't.
It's Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. All right. Pitiful Mind. All right. Mark, are you coming up with lyrics, all this stuff? Are you working with these guys on this?
For the most part, it's me. There are a couple of tracks that we do that that guy had some input on. Not any of the ones on that CD, but by and large, I do most of the lyric pieces.
Did you do any lyric?
Not of these ones. I did a lyric for one of the songs ages ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was for Final
I
Farewell.
can tell you, I did not write any.
You did not write. so
Surprise.
the surprise.
If you ever hear just randomly in a song Tater Tots, that was Sean.
Tater tots was yours.
And you may hear that at a live show.
I like tater tots.
Right, me too.
Cool.
Who doesn't?
That's awesome, man. So, and you're working on the next one, which is cool. And everybody out there, like I said, go to the platform, Spotify and everywhere else, and get a hold of the hard copy, digital copy. Just play it, listen to it, jam along.
Yeah.
You know,
Get all the copies.
get all the copies.
Yeah,
That's
right now
right.
we're working on reintegrating a guy we played with back when we were Artisan of Nil.
Yeah.
Because since we unfortunately lost Guy, we
Right.
wanted to keep it going for Guy.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Plus, it's just a way we can all keep being
True.
together. So we got a hold of him, and a lot of life has gone from when we last seen him to now.
Yeah.
And luckily, it worked out to where he's interested in playing
Nice.
again, and now he's basically dusting off
There's nothing
everything and ready to go. So
Good
we
deal.
just had practice last night, and it was great. And
It was a lot of fun.
we're just getting ready for the shows to come. So
Yeah, because you got these gigs coming up that you mentioned early on, and we'll go over there. But one other thing you played was a show Jaegerfest for the Jaeger Foundation.
yeah.
We just played that last month, actually.
That was just last month.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's a good foundation.
Oh, it's a great foundation.
Doesn't that deal with the puppy dogs and pets? and
It
stuff?
does.
Yeah.
The Jaeger Foundation, they help get service animals for first responders, ex-military, people who need some type of a service or support animal just to help with things like PTSD, stuff like that. So
That's great.
yeah.
We need that support for our, first responders, service members, things like that. And for people that have PTSD, mental illnesses and things like that. It's no joke, people, and I feel for all you out there that do suffer from mental illness and things like that. Check out Crossing Bard. They're out there and stuff. They're playing. I see they're on Facebook. You've got a Crossing Bard page.
Yep.
Look it up. You're hit just a little over 500, 600 followers now.
Yeah. Regularly about 500 to 600. Yeah.
Yeah.
Achievement.
I remember when it was like 3 people.
Three
Yeah,
people
I remember that
walking
too.
around.
one was my mom.
Biggest fan.
That's the hardest part about us having the 3 iterations of the band over the 15, 16 years we've been doing it is everyone was a start over.
Okay.
But I think everyone was a necessary start over, where each band had a very distinct sound.
Okay.
And so then when we finally landed on Crossing Bard, it was like, I liken it to maturity. Like, the first couple was like adolescent, anger.
I got it.
And just a lot of rage. We got all that out. Now it's like we've grown as people, as musicians, and now the sound we put out is it's full bodied, and it's more.
It's not just
thoughtful.
noise.
Yeah, it's more thoughtful. We think more consciously about melody and about good lyrics and consistent tempos and feels, and not having every song sound kind of similar or have similar themes. So,
Which is tough.
yeah.
It's easier to play the same beat.
That's right. That's right. You don't have to think too much.
You still forget how it goes.
100%. I'm still gonna ask on the spike.
Well, yeah, I'm sure maybe the audience won't even notice it.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Just have a good time. And
Look at that drummer. What's he fitting? So, good deal, guys. And so you hit your followers. I want to ask this question. You played a few places in the years. Each of you, what would be the show that stands out the most? Your favorite place? Maybe played with somebody special? What stands out for you guys?
my favorite place is Mulligan's. I love to play at Mulligan's.
Props to Mulligan's.
I'll play at Mulligan's any weekend.
All
I mean,
right.
I walk in there. I used to go to a bar back in the day in Muskegon, and that bar's gone now, but it just reminded me a lot of that bar
Okay.
as soon as I walked in.
Nice.
And I was like, man, I'm home. This is so great.
When you order shots and they come in a tumbler instead of a shot glass, and you're like, yeah.
That might have something to do with it.
As far as an overall show, I think my favorite one, from a sound perspective, the one we just played for Jaegerfest, sound-wise, was probably the best show we've ever played. They've got a dynamite sound guy, and he made us sound incredible.
That's right. Unruly Brewery is where it was.
Yeah,
Makes a big difference when you got a good sound guy. A good
definitely
system.
does.
Yeah.
But I think the most fun show that we played would either be Lud Rock, the Lud Rock Festival.
Stories.
So with that one, we played in Ludington, and there was it was just an outdoor festival, for charity, the whole bit. So we're like, oh, okay, we're gonna go out, play a set, and it'll be fine. And when we got there, we're like, these people are considerably older than our normal crowd. This might not go well. And so
Crowd surfing. Here we go.
So we start playing, and we're like, okay, the sound is good. And we start seeing some heads bobbing and stuff. We're like, okay, people are kind of getting into it. And the place that they had it at was right by the lake, and there's a big building of condos right next to it. And we glance up, and there's people who walked out onto their balconies, and they're like hanging over the balconies, like, yeah,
there you go. This
and it's like
condo.
Yeah.
So it was incredibly fun, because I don't think there was any other band there that day that had people like walk out of their homes to hear what was going on. So that was a really incredible feeling to have that one.
Cool, man. How about you?
What's your favorite?
Well, I wasn't there for that one.
You're living it through, Mark.
But no, the one left probably the most imprint for me was probably the one we played at the Intersection.
Yeah.
Just because at that point I had seen, some of my favorite bands growing up play on that exact stage, and then to be backstage in the all access areas and all that crap, it felt special. And then to be standing on that stage.
You mean where we just hold all of our crap until we can rush to get on stage?
Keep running from the back
It's
door
so
up front.
glamorous, yeah.
Yeah, where we have like 5 foot of room.
Yes.
But no, just the atmosphere of being on a big stage. There was actually a decent turnout for that show and everything too. So
It does make a difference when you're on a bigger platform stage-wise. You can move around a little bit, right?
Oh,
and you
yeah.
don't trip over your cords as much and stuff like that.
Oh, I'll still trip. Here we go.
These guys have got some stories here, I think.
When we were Straight Jacket, this is genius.
Halloween.
We threw a Halloween show. We rented a hall.
Okay, nice.
And we're ready. We're just going to have a party. Good time, live music. Let's go. And he decided, I'm going to buy a straight jacket.
Like an actual straight jacket.
Okay.
So he's like, Sean, lock this in, but don't do it too tight.
But we had all decided to go as different, horror movie icons.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was going as like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
All right.
So of course I tighten this thing really good.
You trusted him.
He tightens it drummer
Stupid
style.
plan. The idea was, halfway through a song, I was going to do like a straight jacket escape. I was going to take the thing off.
He didn't tell me that.
I did. You have selective hearing.
Also true.
So yeah, he cinched it down. But also you have to realize at the time, I was wearing those giant like klepto pants,
The hot
the Jinko jean type
the
things.
Hot Topic style
not those
pants.
big ones.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no, Mark.
Yeah, I know. It was a terrible fashion choice. But
This man.
so the hall we rented had a stage, and the stage was probably like 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground. And we went to play the song, and our first song was a cover of Bodies.
Perfect song for
by
this to
Drowning
happen.
Pool. And so, like, I go
Bodies
to
hit
walk
the
up.
floor.
Yeah. So I'm doing the opening, I'll let the bodies hit the floor. And I went to go get to the big floor part, and I went to step up on the stage. My foot got caught in the leg of the giant klepto jean, and I face planted.
As he said,
priceless,
floor.
wasn't
Oh
it?
my god,
Listen, the tempo stayed solid the whole time.
it did too.
Okay.
We didn't miss
While
a
they
beat.
laughed.
Miss a beat.
And then I proceeded to like sit crisscross applesauce for the first verse while I just went ahead and kept going.
Dual level. You got it out. You got to be a performer no matter what happens.
He brought it right back. You know?
Well, I'm glad you got at least one good story out for me. Keep the rest to yourself. People, I don't want to do it to you. All right. Go see the show, the live shows. You will experience it for yourselves. Again, guys, where are you gigging out again coming up?
So June 17th, we're playing a biker run. And it's a hall that was rented. I'll get you some more details, Alan.
Yeah,
You can always,
definitely.
hit us up for that. Then we're playing the following Friday, June 23rd. We'll be at Turnstiles. And then the only other confirmed show right now we have is August 12th. We're going to be at Cannabis Fest. in
Cannabis
Greenville.
Fest.
Yeah,
All
it's their
right.
second year.
Your second year there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, their first year was last year, and we
Yep.
got to be a part of that and
Yep.
go and play. And
Nice.
this year it's just going to be bigger and better. And
Right, and we
It's
had a
gonna grow,
blast.
yeah.
Even though the weather was terrible, it was a
Yeah.
blast.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot like today. It was cold and rainy and
Crappy
everything.
out.
It was terrible, but we still had a blast. And I know you've had Bleed the Water on here. They'll be
Oh, yeah.
at Cannabis Fest as well.
Yeah, we
So
play with them quite a bit
Yep.
too.
Mhm.
They're
Good
awesome
guys.
guys.
Well, I love it. You guys, all the bands in West Michigan are still, hanging out, playing with each other. Well, I shouldn't say it that.
Nope, sorry.
Supporting each other, I guess.
This makes it lonely.
Wow. That's a whole other story. I didn't want to go
That's a
there.
whole different
guys.
podcast.
Yeah. Ooh. Boy, so check out Crossing Bard out there. Go to their Facebook page, Crossing Bard. Go to the Spotify and all places. Check out their music. And where's the hard copy at?
I keep the hard copies with me quite a bit for shows, but you can always reach out to me through the Facebook page and say, hey, I want one,
Okay.
and we'll arrange to ship you one. That's never a problem.
Great. And I know the guys each will write you all a secret letter if you'd like to.
Little love note.
Love note.
Yeah.
Come with each personalized CD. They'll write you a nice little
Look, if you pay for a local band's music, if you want a love letter, I'll include one. I don't care. I'll personalize it.
personalize it.
It's getting real weird now.
That's great.
It's called promotion. Tom, get on board.
My bad.
PR. Any way you can, guys. This is not back in the day where you're out of your trunks, slinging the
Oh, yeah.
posters and all that stuff, and pounding the pavement. It was a little difficult back then.
We've still played a few shows like that where they're like, well, you don't need a merch table. And we're like, it's not the back of the car. That's how that's working.
Trunk opens.
There we go.
Good deal. Oh, well, we're getting almost close to that time, guys. I want to tell everybody out there, appreciate you stopping by and checking the No Cover TV podcast out there. Bands, artists, it's about you, whether you're a local artist, anywhere in the country or the world. It's about your music and any genre out there. Let's check it out. Let's have a chat. You national acts out there, you know how to get a hold of me. Let's chat and let me dig down and grab into your soul. So, and we can talk about everything. So, Crossing Bards in the house. They're going to be all over, it looks like. And watch out for the drummers, of course.
Yep.
They're scary guys, I'm telling you. Guys, this is your show. I don't know if I want to do this because this is the way we leave the show. How are you going to end it? What do you want to say to the folks out there? You want to say thanks to anybody? You want to bitch at anybody? What do you want to do? This is how you end
Oh,
it.
you don't have enough time for my grievance list.
Let's see. We got a few. No, drummer, what do you got to say? Let's go.
I appreciate everybody that comes out to the shows. It's just a great feeling to get out there and be able to do something that you like to do and that people like to hear. So it's just all about having a good time and getting out there. Just gets to meet new people and, explore different avenues that you can go down and play more places and just keep the train going. So.
Yeah, definitely, guys. You're doing
You're
good.
talking about running the train. It's weird.
All right, now I'm going to get into my grievances.
Mark's band. That's been a recurring theme for about 15 years.
No, as far as closing it out, I'll piggyback on what Sean said. It's amazing that people come out and hang out and catch our shows. With any band, go check them out, see them live, buy merchandise. Like even if it sits in a dresser drawer, buy a T-shirt or a CD or something like that. It really does help. It helps support them, and that those dollars go to good use. 9 times out of 10, that's going to go to buying more merchandise
Right back into the band.
or gas money to get to the next show. So
Exactly.
please support.
No, piggyback on his piggyback. Apparently.
We're piggybacking here. Now I'm piggybacking
No,
on you.
it is a great feeling to get out there and have the people, like, when you play something that like means something to you, and then other people like they applaud it and they generally like it as well. it's just a great feeling. I've never found a better feeling.
It is a cool feeling to get up on that stage and look out there and see them cheer you on, sing your song. Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely
you
a
keep that
one-of-a-kind
inside.
feeling.
Definitely, don't forget about that.
Mhm.
And then, of
I
course,
still get butterflies though.
the butterflies.
If those go away, you need to stop doing
Right.
Right. Enjoy what you're doing, exactly. And these guys are hell of performers. They got some great music. And check out Countrified on their CD or, and go to the platforms and check out. It's like a really great freaking song, guys. And no offense to you bar hosts.
Hey, everyone needs a bar host sometime in their life.
There you go. If you haven't,
What?
if you haven't, brother.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing.
So go to your local bar and experience your life. I'm not going there. So want to keep it semi-clean on the show. All right, guys, even though it's unedited. So good deal, guys. Thank you so much for coming to the table, guys. I appreciate
Thanks
you
for
having
having
us
us.
over here, man. So good deal. We're going to wrap it up. So appreciate you stopping by, everybody. No Cover TV podcast. We're reaching out. I'm actually reaching out to you and getting you on here. And let's do this. Let's make it about your music. Check the band out. Get their merch. Get their swag. Go to their shows. Pay the cover. Don't slip by the door because they'll see it. And the drummer's going to take care of that.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. So good deal, guys. Thank you so much. Again, go to their Facebook page, Crossing Bard. All right. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to end the podcast. I'll talk to everybody next time. We're got great shows coming up, so stay tuned. Peace.